So, this whole um, roommate situation is not a joke with the personality disordered housemates. Because you want to stand in the sun, really? Can you pick a different spot? Thank you. It's how I communicate with my cat. Yeah, this is no joke, people. I can hardly believe it, but so I go outside to do the whole dandelion weeding project with a pitchfork, and I got like a 10-minute lecture on how to use the pitchfork because that's the proper tool. And I've been remiss, I haven't done it in a while, so it was a pretty good day. I don't know where the housemates were, but they weren't bothering me, so I cleaned the bathroom, I cleaned this one window that's really high up. You gotta stand on a big stool, and then I decided I should clean all the mirrors to improve clarity, and and then I was like, okay, cool, I need to go outside, I'm gonna pull dandelions, make some progress. So it turned out I walk out the back door and she pulls up in the front. And it was not on purpose. I was already on my way to be doing dandelions. And I didn't know she was out on the porch, so I walk around the corner, and I say hi. And she does not answer. So this is a few days after the double bind she gave me with the you don't have to talk to me if you don't like me, which it's like the behavior, it's not the person. I never didn't like her, but she can't just keep hurting me. So I just started standing up for myself a little bit. And when I do that, I'm like sweaty palms, sweaty underarms, like shaking. So I'm out there doing dandelions. I happen to be good at farm work because I worked on a farm and I grew up doing outdoor work. And when I'm done using the pitchfork, I put it back in the ground to stand it up. And I was strategically keeping the wheelbarrow in between me and her because she decided to stay outside and smoke cigarettes. And I don't know, don't smoke cigarettes. I had to breathe in that smoke. And so when it was clear she wasn't talking to me, I just completely ignored her. And it's been like that in the house too. Like I had to come upstairs and she was in the bathroom. I got my thing. I walked back. I kept my head down. I did not even look at her. From my peripheral vision, a little bit, because she did run behind me that time in the kitchen and grab something of mine right behind my back pretty quickly and surprised me. And she's so vigilant and she projects. I'm afraid what she's projecting onto others is what she wants to try. So I'm out there doing my pitchfork dandelion thing, and I was also careful not to leave the pitchfork unattended. But it's because this is the way she's been acting. I'm responding to it. But I wasn't like coming up and hanging in her fucking face like, I have a pitchfork. No, I was completely ignoring her. Pulling dandelions is not the most fun job in the world. It's kind of hot out. I was getting a little lightheaded because I missed my snack time because I think I snoozed my snack alarm like 4 times. And then I notice every single car that goes by and it drives me nuts because it's not relaxing. It's because I'm afraid of who's going to show up. I want to be prepared. Even when I'm not here, if I see a car or hear a sound that looks like or sounds like their cars, I jump. Talk about emotional rape. So I hear a car and turn around, and like 2 blocks up the road is police sitting there watching me in a truck that sort of doesn't look like a police car. And I glanced up and I just went back to my work, and then, you know, a couple minutes later I glanced up again and went back to my work and was like, ah. And then it was kind of like he knew, I knew he was watching me. And so he starts his engine and drives up and makes the corner, and sure enough, stops to talk to me. And that's never happened, but I knew it was I knew it was going on. And so I took my glasses off, talked to him, looked him in the eye, answered his questions about pulling dandelions. He said something about this being a quiet little town. I think there's a message in there. And, you know, I let him know I was just pulling dandelions. He asked if I was planting trees. I said, no, I'm pulling dandelions for the landlady. And he said, wow, you sure have a lot in your wheelbarrow. And I said, yeah, but as you can see, we have a whole lot more. I was like so close to being like, yeah, you want to help? But no. So I just think it was like a little too much of a coincidence that the intimidation's been getting worse. And, you know, she comes out to smoke a cigarette, and then all of a sudden the police are here. The other one hasn't been here for a few days after she told me off because I was apparently rude for returning her books into her mailbox because it was too heavy, and that I'm playing games. But, you know, yeah, what happened was I started to mirror their behavior, and they didn't like that. So I'm at a complete loss, because being myself doesn't work, and being like them also doesn't work. And now they're trying to, like, defame me. It's a very small town. I already knew that should I take all her suggestions to call these job recruiters, these temp agencies where she knew people, I already was worried that she was going to try to ruin my reputation. So I would never get a job. And I'm just so happy that I acted on Monday. And I got a little storage unit, and I immediately started moving. Because, I mean, they've just been ramping it up, waking me up in the middle of the night, not letting me fall asleep, being intimidating all day long. And when the one told me I was playing games after I've been going out on a limb to be honest with her about, like, really uncomfortable subjects, and I've been trying to be, like, have as much justice and honesty as possible. I mean, one person asked me not to tell one thing. Don't tell. I mean, the person who I think called the cops on me also called the cops on the other housemate, the one who does the violent talking to herself and the sound effects. Bug from the yard. And, you know, like, when I went to make this video, for some reason the QuickTime wouldn't work. And lately she's been telling me about her friends who are in the like data intelligence field, information technology, secret intelligence, I don't know what to call it, but she seems to have some friends in some high places for some reason. And then my QuickTime doesn't work to even make this movie. So fortunately restarting the computer helped. But apparently this is not a fucking joke, and this is fucking dangerous and scary. And if you start getting gut feelings and seeing red flags about people in your house, get the fuck out. Get out. Get out immediately. Do whatever you gotta do. Don't wait as long as me. I waited 120 days. Too long. And the thing is, the landlady will never believe me. They're all under the spell. They're all the flying monkeys now. They all can't stand. They have their own hang-ups. They can't even explore that this could be going on. You know, I was asked to give grace, you know, like God would have asked, you know, by a religious person, and I have done that. And I cannot even work on the house, let alone do some work on my contract or find another contract. So, and if they're ruining my reputation, I mean, holy crap, people. This, like, seriously, being homeless is safer than being here. Thanks. Thank you so much.